One of the things we first do is to read, to understand. Jamaica 57 Secretariat was in charge of planning all the activities for the 57th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. As part of the celebration, the Secretariat has planned activities for all parishes. We know that it's something to do with Jamaica 57 Secretariat. So you start highlighting whatever makes sense to you. It's the anniversary of Jamaica's independence. As part of the celebration, the Secretariat has planned activities for all parishes. So all parishes in Jamaica are to be used. They got a grant. So there's a grant. What's a grant? A sponsorship from the government of $20 million, but are responsible to make up the shortfall of $30 million. So the shortfall of $30 million you have to account for, because the budget is $50 million. We have a budget of $50 million. As a member of the Secretariat, you are responsible to ensure accountability and proper records keeping. You are required to use word processing, spreadsheet, database, as well as programming application to verify the money received and the payments made through the festivities. There are a minimum of 2, maximum of 4 events per parish. So each parish can have a minimum of 2, maximum of 4 events. You are required to create a database, a spreadsheet application to manage a budget, create a database to manage all data collected, prepare a newsletter for the celebration, send it to the sponsors, use problem-solving skills to implement a workable program in Pascal. Chapter 1. The Jamaica Secretariat has decided to design a spreadsheet that will show a budget containing the projected income and expenditure. Each of the 14 parishes, so this is the 14 parishes you're looking at, you're managing projected income and expenditures. To connect it to the projector. The total number, okay, there are 3 categories of sponsors: gold, silver, bronze, representing the biggest to the smallest. The number of sponsors for each parish is between 2 to 4 sponsors maximum. Costs will be incurred for obtaining venue, performance, transportation, and other activities. The Secretariat has mandated that no venue should increase, no venue cost should exceed. So any figures for rental can be more than $400,000. The catering must be between $150,000 and $280,000. And the cost of the performers, transportation, miscellaneous, memorabilia, prize and awards should not exceed this. So these are constrained. Ensure that the projected expenditure does not exceed the total income for each parish. So there can be a loss. So you're required to create a spreadsheet called feeder, which contains the amount of money to each of the 14 parishes from their CDF using the above guideline and table 1 below as an example. The table should also show the number of sponsors in each category. Okay. So we need to create this table in Excel. We're going to find out. I've not looked at the question in detail as yet, so I can't tell you. Come on, move. Move. Good. So we're going to start by creating our worksheet over here. So you know that this is the parishes, CDF, you have gold, silver, bronze, We have number of sponsors. We wrap the text. Above here, you also have sponsorship. So start creating the spreadsheet. And we need to join these three cells together as one, so you merge and center. So you need to start creating your spreadsheet. It's the parishes, so it's all the 14 parishes. St. James, Trelawney, Icon for Raptex, Manchester, Portland, St. Thomas, St. Anne, St. Mary, St. Catherine, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Andrew, Hanover, St. James, St. Anne, St. Mary, Portland, Clarendon. So we have St. Thomas, St. Cath, right. Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, St. Catherine, St. Andrew, Kingston, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. Mary, St. Anne. I'm missing a parish. We have St. James. Hanover is in the north. We have St. Anne, St. Mary. Then we have Portland. Down the bottom we have St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew. Then we have St. Catherine. Then we have St. Catherine comes Clarendon. After Clarendon comes Manchester. I missed one parish. We're sure to make our 14 parishes. I missed one parish. Sum. To use equals sum, open bracket, they find the sponsors. Are you copying this formula down or across? Down. So what kind of cell reference do they have? Absolute or mixed? Mixed, because the C3 will change to C4, E3 change to E4. Dollar sign go before the column letters. So you're not to have more than 4. You can have a minimum of 2, but no more than 4 sponsors. So you're going to create a sponsors table. For Please create your sponsors table. And then you're going to put in your CDF. Your CDF must be between 5 million and 15 million. So your CDF values are between 5 million and no more than 15 million. You have to use the first ones as a guide. So this is one more zero. You have to create your own figures. You have to create your own figures. So please populate your spreadsheet, put in your CDF. Put in your CDF information and populate for all 14 parishes. Put in your CDF figures between 5 million and 15 million. The number of sponsors can be more than 4. When you finish, you write the sum formula. Equal sum, open bracket, C3 to E3. Dollar sign before the column because you're copying it downwards. And finish up that. Bottom is the question told you that the number of sponsors here, each parish should have 2 persons, maximum of 4, but you are told it can be between 35 and 45 total. So down the bottom here, you have to find the total sponsors here. You can find the total at the bottom right here. We can find the total number of sponsors. You write a sum function to find the total number of sponsors for each. So there are 16 sponsors here. We're going to double underline and bold these. Grand total number of sponsors. You can show this as just 1. You can just go and sum this column and just find the grand total. So right now I'm at 48. So I'm over. So you don't must find the total for each category. You can just find the grand total and you're good. Try and get some variations so you don't all have the same look. So because I have 48 here, that means I'm over by 3. So I have to reduce some of these and get back down to 45 maximum. So I'm going to try and reduce some of these. So I go back down to 45. I can have 35 minimum, 45 maximum. Sorry. To make sure you have different information. You can't have the same total. So everybody should have 4 number of sponsors and at the bottom right there. Now insert. So we did B already. We did this already. That is done. Determine the number of parishes on the spreadsheet. Use the appropriate function and result should be appropriately labeled. Find how many parishes are on the spreadsheet. Find how many parishes are on the spreadsheet. You need to put number of parish, parish count, parish total. You have to have differences in your spreadsheet. You're going to find the number of parishes on a spreadsheet. And what formula finds the number of labels? Equal what? The formula finds the number of labels. How do you find the number of labels? What is it? Count A. Equal count times the number of values. Equal count A times the number of labels. Yeah, that's good. That's not right. So you have the number of parishes, parish count, number of parishes and parish count, parish total count something. Equal count A. Open it up and highlight all the parishes that grow. Highlight all the parishes. Send numbers out. And next time, all you need to do is take off, press a comma icon, and take out this mark basis. Plus, again, take out 14, parish total, so get 14 and into order. Do not borrow empty cells. Never order empty cells on a spreadsheet. Never. That's not right. You order to deliver. Use your double underline. Double underline. Remember, you must double underline final figures. Double underline on this one. To confirm data, you click on the 14 level. You can click on the 16, format data, click on the 14. You create a border. This was the border. This one, border. This one's 30.
Alright, so the next thing for you, so create a table, below. So create a table two. This is called we're going to create
So you're going to create the next table, the table called create table 2 below location. Create table 2, okay. Now these are called pivot table. You have to create your pivot table normally at the top of your spreadsheet or on a new sheet. So we're going to put at the top sponsor, type, amount. We have gold, silver, bronze. So you can add some rows and put information. So you're going to create your new table, body table, the same heading. And this table needs to have a name, so this is a sponsor. The sponsor rates table. Insert rows. So you select the rows that you want and then insert the rows. Put in as many rows as you want. Select on the side of the screen, highlight the rows you want to select. Right click and select insert. The same headings you have here for sponsorship, you can click on it, format painter, click on this one. The same heading for parish up here, click on it, highlight these two. You must have a consistent spreadsheet right through, must be consistent.